What's up, beautiful people? How are you, ladies, homies? I'd like to talk about a subject that means a lot to me, and for all my so-called friends and people in Houston that always doubted me and always thought I was like, oh, it's kind of crazy, this, because really you never studied your shit and you don't know what it's like to be a black man and live like me. This is to you that never doubted me and that didn't understand shit about honestly what I do. You just knew me as a DJ and you were still jealous as shit of this. Do you know about the Black Desk? The Black Desk is the study of the black man. Understand, our minds are the most gifted and uplifted because we were the first on this land. Nubian Moors, if you don't know about them, please study them. They were on this land before the Indians. The word Indian via India comes from India, my friends. Understand. So I'm not even an Indian. I am the blood of the first man. Do you know about the Blackfoot tribe? Let me tell you what you're fucking with because I have no need to lie. The Blackfoot tribe men, before they would go to war, the ladies would wrap up their babies in cloths. So much so you could never ever hurt that baby's soul. It could only breathe from the little hole that you could see. Everything else would be wrapped up. This is how it would be. So then the Blackfoots would ingest mushrooms and shit before they would go to war an hour before, because they would have people sitting ahead letting them know when these motherfuckers would show them the score. So then when the motherfuckers got in eye range, the Indians or the Europeans or whatever would get in range to fight, they would catapult or throw the babies into where the enemies were. So put your head in my mind state. Understand the fate. Now, you're a Blackfoot Indian on mushrooms, dude, and these motherfuckers got your baby. What are you gonna do? You're gonna slash them, you're gonna demolish them, you're gonna demolish their whole fucking tribe. This is why you never fuck with Blackfoots. This is what my tribe would do during battles, fool. Learn history, and this is why these motherfucking government motherfuckers stalk me, because we never made any treaties with you goddamn Europeans when you stepped off the boat. This is what you stepped into when you fucked with the Blackfoots because they were ruthless. Imagine. This is what they would do every battle to the Indians, to the Europeans. People would never fuck with them and they never lost a kid. Understand, this is how I do it. This is how I educate you, because you're such a fool you don't want to read. You're such a fool that you don't want to study history. You don't want to see the truth about the original black man, the Nubian Moors, and steadily calling us Indians, which we were on this land in Texas, throughout Canada, throughout Easter Island, throughout all of those lands and properties before any European. We were the first world travelers. And then you get into France. When I dug up Olmec stones in France when nobody would know how the fucking shit goes. Honestly, the French government knows, because then if it came out, yo, that the Nubian Moors were on that land in France, thus the preoccupation 500 years of the Muslims, they told France this, and this is how they did it, but France tries to wipe this away from history. Don't get me twisted, I ain't no Muslim. I know the difference between Muslims and Moors. This is why, let me show you, open up the doors to all you Muslims. This is why Malcolm X died. Because simply he learned the difference between a Muslim and a Moor. Muhammad was a Moor, the first Muhammad. He was a black man. The second Muhammad came along, the European, fucking Ethiopian, non-loving, racist motherfucker came along and changed everything the original Muhammad did. Why do I say European? Because, hey, the first white man to understand comes from, where? G. Islam, Aryan, Arabic, get it? So understand, the Nazis stole all their shit from who? You. And if you ever doubt this, I'm not a fool. I know my history. Study. Okay? So then when you get into this shit and get into the truth around the black man and understand why they be stalking us and studying us because of this and this and this and this, because Nazis stole their shit from the Hindus, dude. They don't have any history. Just look up the history of the swastika. I am no fool. So understand this. I'm sick of them stalking me. If you don't know about Black Desk, the study of the black man, the study with the FBI, also plotted to kill Martin Luther King, JFK. I don't lie, because JFK was trying to help the black people. Understand the true face of evil. I rip off the beast so he may no longer feast on my people, homie. So understand this. Black Desk, some human stalker shit. Now get it. Did anybody see Big Mama? Y'all thought that was really funny, right? Ha 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 ha. It ain't funny. J. Edgar Hoover perfected that black suit, perfected that gender bending, going out, I'm gonna step in some other skin to act like a woman. Oh no, I'm gonna act like this, I'm gonna act like that. Ha 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 ha. Now you see Big Mama. It's really whack. So they really be doing this shit, and y'all think it takes a long time to get into these suits and shit. No, that's Hollywood. What year is it? 2013, you know what I mean? So now you see the truth about what they do. And when I try to tell fools, when you talk to family members that you ain't seen in a long time, and they looking kind of different, they acting kind of different, and you get this kind of non-black vibes, kind of like a white dude in a black suit, you know what I'm saying? And then start asking them questions about back then, and they don't know shit. And then they steady making up shit that you know about your family, and then you try to tell other people, and they're like, oh, you crazy. You need to be medicated. You need to be put away. This is what the Nazis do today. All that medication and shit, all those psychotropic drugs and shit, please study it. That shit was perfected back in the day during the Nazi movement. And then they came to the U.S. under Operation Paperclip and just incorporated it. And now, damn, it ain't 1989, my friends, but did you read the book? Fucking Son of Sam, wicked motherfuckers. It's 2013. And then they did 9/11 so Bush wouldn't be impeached. So he'd install doing all that shit. And this is how they do it. I am Zakaos, the best with a bulletproof chest. Never mess with me. I'm sick of these black suits, motherfuckers stalking me. Peace.